Yeah, what a great game. What an awesome game to be a part of. I am really proud of these guys for how they responded. I told them before the game, I said, you guys are the most resilient human beings in your age group on the planet. It's not even close. And that's what's going to pull us out of this one. That's what's going to shine today, and that truly did. They score the first 2 goals, I think, in the third quarter. We don't flinch. We hang in there. They go up in the fourth. We don't flinch. They score 1 late. And, we got to win that face-off. We got to make a play at the end, and we did. We just hung in there and kept fighting. And, these 2 guys here, what a heck of a week, especially for this guy on my right, Daly. I think he played 38 games in a row as a starting goalie, and I made the tough decision to pull him on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday morning, he knew he was going to have the job again, and it didn't. He didn't flinch. He's a champion. He's a winner. He's everything this place should be about. He's an example for every human being who plays athletics, for how to handle adversity and come back and just do your job. And I could not be more proud of him, his teammates, and there's no question why this team played the way they did today, because you got leaders like Dan Daly and Mac Haley at the front of the ship.
Can you talk about Max scoring 2 goals in a row in a very short span to give you the 12-10 lead?
Yeah, look, in games like this, someone's just got to make a play, right? And last week against Towson, we didn't, and they did. And this week against a great team that's been in 3 of the last four Final Fours, our senior captain, he did. He made a play. He made 2. And he made a lot more, that go unnoticed. And that's what a senior is supposed to do if you want to win these games. And today he did.
Matt, can you talk about those 2 goals that, they were huge and really give your team a lift? Late in the game and he give you a 2-goal lead, it was critical.
Yeah, I think it was just running the offense, really not trying to do anything different first quarter to fourth quarter. Our goal is the same. We're just trying to score the ball. And first one, they were just in zone, so I think they had made a mistake, and I stepped in. And then the second one, we're just running the offense late in the shot clock, took a shot, and it went in. So I think it's the same thing. It's really not anything different from the first quarter. It just things opened up.
So Dan, can you talk about rebounding? When you didn't start the last game, you could have been pissed off, sulked, but you kept your head down and kept moving forward, like Coach said.
Yeah, I just got a lot of great support around me, the coaching staff, and specifically my parents, and a lot of people just were there to support me the whole entire time. And I've had tough things happen to me throughout my career here, and I think I lean back on those experiences to kind of just reset and find myself again. So yeah, it was a lot more fun to play today.
So can you talk about? Those are great shooters. They got some tremendous offensive players on that side, and you were going to have to make some tough saves, and you did. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, honestly, I thought our defense gave me the shots I wanted to see the whole entire day. I really felt confident in the net because the shots that I saw and made saves on were ones that I was supposed to make because my defense was in the right spot the whole entire time. And credit to that, Penn State, they're a great offense, and they do have great shooters, like you said. So super proud of my defense today.
Joe, do you feel like he stole some today?
He made some saves that he shouldn't have made, and he made most that he should have. And John Orson dialed up an unbelievable game plan. He took Tuesday night personal. If you were in our office on a Wednesday, it was a tough place to be, and he took it personal, and he really got those guys believing and buying in. And Blake Miller was down that end with him this week, and really did a great job with the scout team getting those guys dialed in. And I felt an energy yesterday in practice defensively. I was curious to see how those guys are going to respond against a great team, and I felt at the first possession. You could see it. There was a different bounce in their step, a different connection. Dan was on it early, which I thought was great, and it just gave everybody a level of confidence. The offense did a great job today, but really defensively, we set the tone on the defensive end, and the confidence rose from that end, and it just continued throughout the day.
What does a win like this do for the program? The trajectory of your program. This shows that you can beat any team in the country.
Yeah, look, the challenge here is we got to stay consistent, and these guys know that. And we've got some older guys, these 2 guys included, that have to be mature about this. And we got to get back to work next week. It's still February, and we got a lot left to try and accomplish. And we got a great team in BU next week starting league play. So this is certainly a moment that I told these guys they're going to rely on, not just this year, but into the future, because it pulls out that joy that teams can do for human beings. But we can't rest on it, right? We've got to know that this is now our new baseline, and we're going to try and improve every day, right? That's our challenge. Just improve every day, get better every moment, and keep moving forward.
What was the final numbers on the faceoffs?
It was 15 for 26 for them.
15,
yeah.
We had 11 there.
You somewhat neutralized them. I mean, that was going to be a big battle. They
Yeah.
had two great guys. You got.
It was a great. I mean, it was actually funny in the fourth quarter. If you noticed, both of us figured out that there were specific matchups, and there was one instance where we were kind of toggling. I felt like we were hockey coaches trying to match up the checking line against each other, and we sent Yash out, they sent the other guy out, we sent Shadowins out, and 2 or 3 times we just went back and forth, and both staffs were laughing at it because, that's the joy of this. Like, you've got 2 great teams on it when both are playing really hard, and the coaches are trying to figure it out, and it was just a really cool moment because it was an unbelievable battle at the Faceoff X, right? It really was, and they're as good as we're going to see facing off, and I'd like to believe that Jeff and his staff think that we're as good as they're going to see at the Faceoff X, and it was fun to watch. It really was.
So Mac and Dan, can you all talk about how big a win like this what it can do to propel you forward? I mean, beating a team that's as good as any team in the country.
Yeah, I think we've always known we can compete with good teams every year when we play great teams, Hopkins, Army. We always have a close game. I think sometimes in the past we've struggled with finishing games like that. You're up by 1 or 2 minutes left. And that's really what it showed to me, is that this team can focus and stick to the task and finish a big game. And obviously it gives us a ton of confidence for the rest of the year, but we were already confident, and league play is most important. So it definitely gives us confidence moving forward, though.
Dan?
Yeah, I would just piggyback and say that we just got to stay consistent, like they both said, and but this gives our team a ton of life, and I'm super excited for the rest of the way.
So they're All-American Hunter Aquino. I think he had 1 goal. I don't know who you had on him most of the way, but you kind of shut him down.
Yeah, AJ did a great job on him, but it was really an unbelievable game plan for him. John mixed in a bunch of zone to throw them off balance. I thought it frustrated. They only scored 1 in it at the end. We got confident in it as the day went on, but also our man defense was as sticky and as aggressive as I've seen it in a while. AJ takes that matchup personally, but really it's 7 guys with the goalie that are trying to defend great players like that.
So I was on the field on this end, so I didn't see exactly what happened, but on their last 2 possessions, when they have a chance to tie the score, you got stops. Now, I'm not sure if those were forced turnovers, but obviously 24 came up with a big ground ball and cleared, and that enabled you to take run the shot clock down, and then you went back down and got another turnover or loose ball, and then AJ comes up with the ball. Those 2 possessions,
Yeah, and John and I said to John we should go man here because they scored in zone to get the 11th goal. And I said to John, let's go back to man. And then as we're saying that, the guys are waving us off and they're saying, we want to go back to the zone, right? So that confidence, that empowerment, John made the call and let him do it, and then they got a turnover in it. They knew they made a mistake in the previous one, and they went right back to that look, and we gobbled it up, and we picked up a ground ball and made a play. All right. Good.
Thanks.
Thank you.